Good morning, Jurassic World The Game fans. Welcome back, everybody. It has been quite a long time, hasn't it? To be honest, if I was actually locked in and doing my work this morning, I probably would be making this video anyway, so this one's going to be a little bit shorter, but I do have some things that I want to cover. Let's just get right into it. So, first thing is the D-Rex thing now is giving BDNA, which is, first of all, awesome because it's giving like crazy amounts, which I'm loving. We're going to use some of that to level up our current bosses. But the other thing we're going to do with it is there's a new boss coming out that's going to be unlockable soon, which is the D-Rex. So I don't know how much we're going to need for it. I'm going to try and save up as much of this as I can because I want to get it as soon as possible. It is not currently unlockable to my knowledge. I looked around for it last night. I didn't see it. I don't know when it's actually dropping. I just know that it's going to. So yeah, start grinding this. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a few of those battles, but I also want to max out this guy because he was at 57 last night. I spent some BDNA I got from mission, as you saw, I did 8 missions here. Some of that BDNA went into Valkyrie, so Valkyrie's really, really close. I want to just get that last takeover to 60, and then we'll save the rest of it for D-Rex, level up D-Rex, and then at some point we'll do Juggernaut. Juggernaut, I'm not too fussed about that though, so we'll just let all that happen. Anyway, let's do our morning chores so we can get into doing those battles. Blue, you can just sit in there. I've actually been doing a pretty good job at clearing, because I haven't been hatching too much recently. So I've been doing good at clearing out my hatchery and clearing out things to fuse. I've been really good on that, keeping up with it. See, I think, yeah, I do. I was thinking last night, it was, I think, 2 in the morning when I got on the game again. And I played for like 5 minutes, I'm too tired, I gotta go to bed. And I was gonna think about do those, but I'll do them this morning, because now it's in my brain, I'll remember to do it. I don't want that. Heck yeah, we want DNA. We should be able to, as soon as, next Wednesday, let's confirm this. I think next Wednesday, yeah, we'll be able to, our deal is giving Nelson. We'll be able to get Spinoceratops, buy 2 copies of that. We'll have like no DNA, but that's fine. And then we can get Sinoceratops. So the hope is actually by the end of next week we can get Sinoceratops. That would be awesome. I'm going to hopefully voice over this next bit. We'll see how this is going to go. But I do, just to get some extra content in, I do want to record one on the bus, getting some missions done and whatever. So I'm going to do some of that. And I thank you guys for watching this little part. We'll see when this video comes out, because I don't know how long the voiceover is going to be. But that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello, everyone. So these videos are both recorded on a Friday morning. It is now about Wednesday, so almost a week has gone by, and time got away from me. But now we're finally here making this video. There's a couple reasons why this is late, but that doesn't matter. I have some exciting stuff to show you guys. The first thing being one of my really good friends, Lowbudget Lizard. If you've never checked his channel out, please go do it. He just made a video that was really inspirational, and I loved watching. I've seen it twice now. But it talks about, his life and senior year and everything that's coming to a close. It was such a beautiful story. I think you guys should check it out. But I'm also going to give him a little bit of promotion by playing some of the video for you guys here while we do some Jurassic World The Game. Because this clip that I'm about to show you guys was a 45-minute clip on my bus ride that I was going to voice over. Now, I don't want to voice over 45 minutes, so here we are. But take it away, Lizard.
What's good, fellow runners? Low-Budget Lizard here. Today, it's a very different video than what I usually do. I typically like to do race analysis, workout videos, that kind of thing. Lighthearted stuff, progress, just documenting my running journey this year. But the last couple of weeks have been, as you saw in the title, some of the most emotional that I've ever been through. I'd like to share them with you today. But before we get started, if you so care to, please like and subscribe, hit that bell so that you can see more videos of Low Budget Lizard in the future. Anyways, let's get started. I have all of the bullet points in my little journal here. I don't use it very often, but I felt like instead of making a whole script for this video, which I don't think would seem genuine enough, but then also I don't want to just wing it because I don't feel like I could remember everything that I want to say. So a lot of good things happened. This wasn't like some tragedy, like a family member died or anything. Nothing to that caliber. A lot of good things happened. A lot of it not running related. So this isn't going to be just a purely about running video, just FYI. But a lot of bad happened as well. And then a few things that could be both, or some things that I don't know if they're good or bad. It could be whatever your interpretation is, I guess. Anyways, let's start with Saturday, October the 11th, I believe. So it was a week off. So okay, let me just say, FYI, I am in, if you don't know already, I am in the marching band for my high school. This whole semester I've been double committed. Marching band takes up a lot of time, and so does running, so I've been on a very busy schedule lately. This whole semester, really, which for me starts on August the 1st, because that is how my school district decided that would how they would do it, which I don't get. But anyways, let's continue. So we finally, for the first time, had a Saturday off from competitions. First time in a few weeks. We had rescheduled a couple cross-country meets. It was switched from a race that I could go to a different day to another race that I could not go to. So that Saturday, October the 11th, I decided to sign up for a local 5K road race. The one that I already have a video on, both the unedited footage of the whole thing, as well as the analysis video, which if you so care to watch after this, I would much appreciate. But yeah, that race went really well, and I was feeling good. It wasn't exactly the time that I wanted, but again, I was running alone with a GoPro. I already went through all that. It felt good. I liked it. Shortly afterwards, after I got back home, I packed up. I went camping on a local lake with my grandparents, who have a very, very nice camper. And I just we hung out there. I tried to stay off my phone as much as I could. I read a book for the first time in a long while, just in a hammock. Did a lot of walking, did a lot of running, of course. And then on Monday, I found a little road that circled the softball field that was asphalt, and also almost exactly 400 meters, just slightly more than 400 meters. So I decided, hey, I have a workout that I gotta do today. It's 12 400s. I could knock that out on the actual day. So I did. Now you see it on the screen now are the results of that. Yeah, went pretty well. It was 12 400s with about a minute to 2 minutes of rest in between. I was able to run around 5:10 pace for that whole 3 miles. So I was in very good, I was in very good condition on that Monday. I was feeling good. And the rest of the day was great. But on Tuesday morning at 6:30, I woke up in the camper with this excruciating stomach pain that I had no idea where it came from. Maybe it was something I ate, and I thought maybe I had food poisoning or something like that. I didn't want to wake I didn't want to wake up my grandparents, I didn't want to wake up my sister, so I just stayed in bed for about an hour and a half, just laying there in pain. And when my grandparents got up, I told them, hey, I'm really not feeling good in my stomach. And that's when I started to get dizzy. I had to sit down, I drank some water, but I ended up passing out on that couch right there. I had to go to the hospital. And thank God that it wasn't anything running related and nothing else. It was a one-time event. If you don't know what the vagus nerve is, I still don't know much about it. I just know that it's one of the central nerves in your body, and it's one of the most sensitive as well. I had a gas bubble that repeatedly just kept hitting the vagus nerve like punches, and so I had it was like on and off in waves of really bad pain while I was at the hospital. My blood pressure was getting really low. They had to check it like every 15 minutes. I was there from 9 a.m. until about 4 was when the stomach pain was finally subsiding, and I gotten my CT scan and my ultrasound, and I was finally starting to feel better, so I changed into my regular clothes and I went home. It took a couple days for the pain to fully go away. I had to miss school because it was a long weekend. I was supposed to be there from Saturday through Tuesday. Tuesday morning is when I left to go to the hospital. I missed school on Wednesday, as well as my marching band rehearsal. And but a core rule is that if you miss more than like 1 or 2 practices in a week, you can't go to that competition. So I had to go to the Thursday one. It sucked, but I powered through, and thankfully nothing bad happened. And then our band got invited to the Bands of America Regional in Johnson City, Tennessee. And so we went on that Saturday. Our little band, in a mix of much larger bands, we not only made finals, they only let 12 out of the 22 bands that were there into the finals. Not only did we make finals, but we were our class champions. So out of all the bands of our size, we won. And we got 4th overall in prelims, and then 5th overall at finals. Far exceeding expectations. Our little old high school. Oh yeah, if you saw the video of of that one trombone kid getting pushed over, I don't know how nationally popular that video is, if people outside of my area have seen it, but if you've seen a video of a person falling over in a marching band competition, that was us. Just FYI. But nevertheless, we got 4th place in prelims and 5th place at finals. And it felt great. We celebrated on the way back, and then we got back to chugging away because we had one more week and then it's state championships. And I was finally feeling good enough to start running again. That final week, it didn't feel a lot different, but I could tell I could feel there was something different. All the seniors did. And I kept joking to my friend who also plays the same instrument as me. Hey, last Monday rehearsal ever. Last Tuesday rehearsal ever. Last Thursday rehearsal ever. And I think he's kind of pissed at me at that, but whatever. And then I started running again on last Wednesday, which would be the 22nd. So it was about 9 days since I'd run. So I think I've lost a little bit of race sharpness. Not too much, but a little bit. Ran on Wednesday. Ran on that Thursday. And then Friday, after our final rehearsal, which was a little bit shorter than usual because we ate dinner with everybody, and we had this thing called senior speeches, where all 20 of us, all 20 seniors in the band, we had a pre-written speech, and we would get up in front of the entire band and the entire staff, and we would say our speech. And if you guys want to read mine, please feel free to pause right about now, because I have my speech up. There it is. But I thankfully didn't cry during my speech so that I could deliver it, but a lot of my friends couldn't, because they had such great things to say, such emotional things to say, and we were sad that it would be the last thing we do as a band together. Obviously we have Christmas parades, but that's not the same thing. So we all hugged each other. I was in tears a little bit, but I thought I was gonna make it through until my sister, who is a freshman, and she just doesn't want to see me go, which I completely understand. She walked up to me and she was just bawling, and that was where I gave in and started crying as well. About half the people were, and I both got to thank a lot of people, and a lot of people came up to thank me, which was very heartwarming, and I really appreciate it from everyone. And so I went home afterwards, and I had one more day to wrap up and finalize all 5 years. But that Friday night I had one more thing to do, and that was to run a workout. 31-mile repeats at 10 p.m. already exhausted, already emotionally tired, exhausted. And yeah, and here's the workout up on the screen right now. But which I ran pretty well. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to hit 5:15s 3 times, but I'm fine with that. But afterwards I knew I got to sleep as quickly as possible, and I had one more day to finalize and wrap up all 5 years of band. And I woke up, got ready, got there on time, and loaded the buses, listened to some more tame Metallica songs on the way, and it was prelims. I wasn't sad yet. I was just in awe about how, man, this is really the end. And I had my best performance of the whole year, despite some technical difficulties. We rolled off the field feeling pretty good, and all the seniors got to be on the field for awards, and it was announced that we were upper state champions. And I didn't know this at the time, but we beat every other band by at least 8 points. And so we celebrated, and due to my limited stature, I guess I'll say, I was chosen to be crowd surfed, which was awesome. And I was just carried around the fence into the stands with the rest of the band. I was carried all the way over there, which that was really fun. I really liked that. It was cool. The job wasn't finished. We had a few hours to hang out before we had to just start all over again with our warm-ups and have a great last run. And for me, my last run ever. I spent a lot of time after eating dinner just walking and listening to music, which has become my favorite pastime lately. And I walked with a good friend of mine, probably my best friend at school for sure. We walked together and we talked about how we were feeling, about how everything's wrapping up, and how to view stuff like this, and talk about our future, etc. It was very deep and satisfying conversation to have with him. And then we started up again with our warm-up, gearing up to win our 4th straight state title. I made sure to give my gratitude to all the other seniors as well as other band members that have made an impact on me. Band director hugged all the seniors right before, maybe like 10 minutes before we started loading everything onto the field. Sorry, got cut off by no more iPhone storage. Anyways, so we gathered onto the field. The band before us exited, and I just looked at the crowd, and I looked at the field where I would perform my very last show. And for the second time in 24 hours, I started tearing up a little bit. And then I got my act together, and I performed. I didn't do anything extra that I hadn't done before. That's our philosophy. You only do what you do in rehearsal. But nothing had ever felt so natural to do for 8 minutes. And I completely just ripped the last note, shredded it to pieces, and lowered my instrument, and just looked at all of the thunderous applause and standing ovation, and I just nodded. What a great way to cap off my career. I started bawling at the buses because everybody else who was a senior also was. It was an emotional moment. Some of my friends from previous years who had graduated last year showed up to see the performance and hung out with us, and I was glad they could show up. They've shown a lot of appreciation to us. But anyways, and then we did awards. Obviously, we won the whole thing by 6 points, so it wasn't even close. We all yelled, screamed, chanted the works, took loads of pictures. But what I think the greatest moment of that time was when my parents and my grandparents came onto the field, and for the first time ever, I saw my dad crying. My first time I've ever seen him do that. I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life. He broke his possibly 10 to 15 year streak of never crying, because it was my last performance. Band director gave us our medals, and we took pictures, even more pictures. And my sister had the idea to get all of the seniors who had siblings in band, and we got our own picture. And headed back to the buses to go home. Celebrated the whole way. Well, not the whole way. I fell asleep for the last 30 minutes. But and then we unloaded everything. As the logistics captain, I did my last duty of putting all the microphones away, as well as getting all of the prop bases on in about the most efficient time that I've ever done it. And I went to Waffle House at 2 a.m., as one does. hung out with some friends, not my best friends, but friends that they're chill, and I wish I had spent more time with them throughout the season. And then I went home with one of them who also lives in the same neighborhood as me, and took a shower. And since my grandparents are staying over and they're in my room, I slept on the couch, and I just stared up at the ceiling of our living room and just thinking about how it's over. I love that it happened. I so appreciate that I got to do this for 5 seasons, but I knew this day would come, but it's here. It's over. And this whole day, because I'm recording this the day after, the Sunday after, at about 3 p.m. Wonderful day. 50-something degrees, overcast. Leaves turning yellow. I'm just thinking, it may be over, but everything's alright. I'm gonna miss it, but I'm so happy that it happened. How I was put in a place where I could be with 2 distinct communities that both have treated me like family. And I'll never forget that. As nerdy as this sounds, I'm gonna miss my band, people. And soon, in about a month, cross country is gonna wrap up. I have 3 more races. And that'll be over too. I'll still see him for track season, but cross country will be over. Band's over. A lot of things are ending soon. And that's just the cycle of being a senior in high school. You just gotta accept the fact that things are ending. And there's nothing you can do about it except to appreciate every moment. To those of you who are younger than me and you're dedicated to something, the day will come where it's all over and you're gonna be thinking back, man, I wish I appreciated this more. And a lot of people are gonna tell you that the goal is to appreciate it more, but the fact is, no matter how much you appreciate something, you're never gonna feel like you appreciated it enough when it ends. Some people like to say that you can't appreciate something until it's over. I don't think that's entirely true. I think that you can appreciate something all you want, but you're always gonna regret not appreciating it more once it's all finished and you can't go back. Unfortunately, humans are not 4-dimensional creatures. Can't go back in time. We can't move forward in time past what's already set in the laws of physics. We can't stop time, can't slow it down. The only thing we can do is live in the moment, appreciate it, and accept the fact that we're never going to be satisfied about something being over, because naturally we don't want it to end. It's just how life is. Thank you for watching. If any of you made it to the end, I would like to thank you personally for letting me vent and be emotionally vulnerable. Because this has been a very, very difficult last couple of weeks. But it's also, at the same time, weirdly enough, some of the best times I'll ever have in my life. Hopefully not the, but it will be one of. And I can't wait to see what the road of life holds for me later. I can't wait. But I'm always gonna look back and think those who influenced my life positively all the way up until now. Again, I can't go back. I've made mistakes. I have regrets. A lot of them. But ultimately, that's what being a human is. You do things well, you do things poorly, and you try to just improve yourself based on your past experiences and support from those around you. And I hope you guys take that to heart. I love you all. Thank you for supporting me. And I have a lot more videos to make. A lot more running to do. A lot more talks like these. I like doing these. Anyways. Unfortunately, we must conclude the Low Budget Lizard story time today. But once again, I've already said this before. But thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all next time.